Coach Tony, Risling Podium Performance, and today we are back with the next 6, 12, 25 workout, and that is going to be verticals. So that's going up overhead and pulling from overhead. So first we're going to be doing the shoulders. We're going to be starting out with 6 overhead presses with barbell, 12 Arnold presses, and then 25 standing lateral raises. When we switch over and start doing the vertical pulling, that's going to be chin-ups, 12 pull downs, and 25 straight arm pull downs. So if you like this type of content of seeing my own workouts, my thought process behind things, please take a moment now to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. So if you're wondering what 6, 12, 25 can make you look like, especially on leg day, this is what I looked like on Monday when I fell apart, to put it nicely. So 6, 12, 25 is one of the most brutal, high volume workouts you could basically do. You're hitting all the strength qualities all at once. 6 reps, you're hitting strength. 12 reps, you're hitting that hypertrophy zone. And then 25, you're really torching the strength endurance. By the end, you're basically depleting your glycogen stores. Your body, your muscles are going to be exhausted. That's how it should feel. You should push yourself to the limit. On Monday, I could only get 2 out of the 3 sets for the quad portion. Hopefully next week, I'm able to do better. All right, just straight into the warm-up for the overhead press, just doing it in front of the body instead of behind the neck as I was in the previous cycle. So here, everything wasn't feeling all that great, but time to... Also, last week I announced the Phoenix Kinetic Chain Enhancement course that's going to be going down in Phoenix on November 13th to 16th of this year. Spots have already started to fill up for the course. So if you are a high-performance strength coach, a personal trainer that wants to add a new skill to the toolbox, or a therapist that's looking to add new tools, come out to Phoenix for the course. It's being taught by the creator of Kinetic Chain Enhancement, Michael Pellegrino, who taught it to Charles Poliquin back in 2015, who then taught it around the world. Mike has now updated it, streamlined it, and made it even better. And he's going to be teaching it for the first time in November at Built Better. Anyways, back into the workout. So how I'm going to be doing this is I've got 95 pounds for the shoulder press. So that's going to be just a standard standing overhead press, and then 30-pound dumbbells for the Arnold presses. It's going to be standing, and then 15-pounders for lateral raises. Great thing about this kind of setup, I can do it all right here. So I do the 6 reps, 15-second rest, 12 reps, 15-second rest, 25 reps, and then 2-minute rest after that. So for this, I just decided, okay, show a couple different angles of it as I'm doing the sets. I have the false grip going. I just find for this, it felt a little better pressing-wise. It just felt better on the joints overall. So I went with that. I don't always recommend it. If you've got solid form and grip, you could definitely go with this grip. It's just make sure you've got a solid base that you're holding on to. 4 seconds down, got all 6 reps, and then just speeding up the transition between the exercises here. So it's 15 seconds, so instead of just seeing me stand there for 15 seconds, just sped it up, and then right into the Arnold presses. So aiming to get 12 here. So at this point already, the shoulders are already feeling burned because having already done 6 reps with the 95-pound overhead press, and then going into doing the dumbbells with for the Arnold press, it started to really set in that this wasn't going to be so fun. Here I just contemplated, should I lower the weight right away? No, let's give it a try anyways. And we go to try to get 20 here. And I'm already hurting at this point. Like, there's no doubt. I'm already just trying not to grimace the whole time. You can probably see the look on my face that I was like, oh shit, just talking to myself, just being and saying, oh fuck, I bit off way more than I could chew with this. Yeah, here's the grimace. Here's where everything just starts to really burn. And this is the moment I realized. So even just the first set, the burning sensation, that lactate buildup in the shoulders is already intense. That's what's amazing about lactic acid training, the 6, 12, 25 by Charles Poliquin. You are going to be filling up with so much lactate and so much metabolic byproduct that it forces you, 1, to lose fat, and 2, build some muscle. This has always been one of my favorites to give, like, female soccer players that need to trim down a little bit while also building up their strength, because women can usually handle volume better than men, especially if you're a high twitch male. Good luck with this. Like, I'm dying. I'm more of that fast twitch type person. I come from a track field background, sprinting. So I'm geared more towards that. I'll be honest, the shoulder press, it's not that comfortable today. But just work through it. Do what you can type of thing. So here, just a little side-by-side of the second and third set. So second set's going to be on the left, third set's going to be on the right. As you can see, the second set, I was still able to be a little bit more strict with the movement. But as the set goes on, I had to start to do a little push press. Whereas the third set, I almost had to do a push press the entire set. It was just that rough. Got all 6, got into the Arnold presses, and this is where it feels like things started to go off the rails for the shoulders. Everything just was on fire. This is how it should feel when you do lactic acid training. This is how it should feel when you're doing 6, 12, 25. Everything should be burning at this point in the target muscles. It shouldn't feel like it's easy. You should struggle to get to 12. Here, as you can see, I didn't get as many on my third set as the second set. And then into the lateral raises, just take a look at my elbow position at the top on each of these. At this point, the active range of motion that I'm going through, it just ain't working. The third set, I'm just stalling for time by turning around like, oh, let's see from the back. Nope, it's just nothing's feeling good at this point. Everything's just burning. The shoulders are on fire. As you can probably tell just by looking at my face, it was not a fun time, even though it's just nice little easy 10-pound dumbbells. Now on to the vertical pulling portion. See, I'm fortunate that I have a Prime Fitness USA Prodigy rack where I can do everything for this basically in the same spot. But if you don't have a setup like this, you can just do it and you're at a commercial gym. You can do this basically at where they have the universal setup. So where you've got the pull down, there's usually between the two sides of the weight stacks, you usually have a chin-up station. Life Fitness makes these, Hammer Strength makes these, basically every company makes them. Almost every commercial gym has a setup like that of some kind. You might have to go a little bit further to do a pull down. So I'm going to be using the rotate handles here for the chin-ups. And then I've got the neutral shoulder width grip pull downs. I'm just doing about 120 pounds on there. And then the straight arm pull downs using their CAS handles. So these I'll have to back up off the platform a little bit so I can get full extension in the lats. But here we go. And then getting into the vertical part of the, now getting into the pulling part where, yeah, the first set here, chin-ups look real good overall, actually. It feels good, yeah, on the lowering right here. That's when it starts to kind of feel it. But it felt real good through all 6 reps. Nice and controlled. And then we jump right over into the time lapse for the 15 seconds. So really real time, that's what, like 7 seconds. And then using the Prime Fitness USA handles here, the rotate handles, really assist the grip. Like, my grip is no issue typically with pulling movements, but for a lot of people, these make it so that there's no rotation. It just feels good. Just going through each rep here. Got through 12, speed things up again. It's at this point that I realized this is going to cause a lot of fluid buildup into the lats. And it's just go here at this point. So I just decided to show the full set on the first set, just speeding up the transitions between so that it's not like, oh yeah, you're saying 15 seconds, but you're actually probably off camera doing 30. No, actual 15-second rest, and that's how the lactic acid training gets really effective. With this, it's just quick up and down. You should almost feel like the start of a ski race where you're just really pulling. And second set on the left, third set on the right. You can see immediately, not able to get the same range of motion on the third set. Things are going off the rails real quick at this point. Second set is still doing all right, but that third set, things were done. Yeah, I'm feeling it. And we get into that third set, into the pull downs. First couple reps for both look pretty good, but as you can see that on the right side, the third set, things started to fall apart much, much faster. And then we just get into just go, baby, go on the straight arm pull downs. So one thing to think of when you're doing straight arm pull downs is you want to have it so that the grip is wide enough that you can come down to your size. So typically using just the rope attachment isn't really enough. If you're using the rope, grab 2 of them if possible so that you're able to get the full range. If you take a look on the 3rd set on the right here, I'm not able to pull it all the way back at this point as well as I was able to for more reps on the 2nd set. That is fatigue taking over. All right, so that's everything for today's workout. 6, 12, 25, yet again, whoop me. Legs on Monday, today being Wednesday, with the vertical push-pull. It got me by the end. I was barely even able to move, like even now, bringing my elbows up, moving my shoulders, I'm pretty beat up. My post-workout is going to be the usual 1 scoop of ATP Labs grass-fed whey, a half scoop of their greens and reds whole food mix, and 5 grams of creatine monohydrate from Clean Athlete. If you want to get 10% off your order from ATP Labs, go to the link in the description below, atplabs.com, and use code RISLING10, that's RISLING 10 at checkout to get 10% off. This is good in both Canada and the US. So if you got any value from the insights that go into my own workouts, please take a moment now to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. Anyways, now go give yourself a good hard workout. Coach Tony, Risling Podium Performance. Embrace your potential.